Well, yeah, I mean, you got to definitely hand it to Towson. You know, they came out and just played extremely hard and played pretty resilient, and and just really they had a great day. So kudos to them. You got to give them credit.
Questions?
It was close early, and then it wasn't close. What basically happened in there from your side?
Well, if you break it down, we did a great job, and we talked about this after the game in our scouts last night, that Jeter had close to 30 over 30, and that we got to limit her touches, and she had 5 at half. So our game plan on that worked. We were really denying her. Really, she had less touches. You and I talked about that as well. But we knew somebody else was going to stand up and step up. And I mean, I know Mayo's history. I know how good she is. I recruited her to death to come to Hofstra, and it's just that sense of urgency. When it needed to happen, she got on a run, and we didn't control that. But again, let's just talk about it. Nothing's ever as bad as you think it is, and that's that part of control that we need. And Boogie needs even more help out there to say, hey, we're good, and let's stop this run. And we didn't do that in that second quarter. I mean, obviously game over runs, but it is so small. And I talk about them in timeouts. I'm like, I don't want to be talking about this later. It's not as bad as you think it is. Let's go. Let's play present. Find them. If somebody's having a hot hand, we got to make an adjustment immediately on the floor, and we definitely need to adjust on her on the floor quickly. And she busted those 2 threes back to back, and that shouldn't be game ending either. And I think a little bit of that, affected us obviously in trying to bounce back and not seeing the ball go in the hole. We didn't see the ball go in the hole.
Well, Boogie, you did a great job, obviously, with the 42. You did a really good job, as Coach is saying, with your face guarding.
Yeah.
You decided that you were going to stop her. How was it on the offensive end for you then, having to face guard on the defensive end? How was that? Was that affecting your game at all a little bit, or did you feel that something else was happening?
I don't think it was affecting my game at all. I was just doing whatever I could to put my team in a positive position. If it meant stopping her and not scoring, I'm okay with that. But that also means that someone else has to step up on the offensive end as well. I thought we let their run get to us a little bit, but that's just a lesson learned. And I know my team, they'll come back next year. They have so much experience, from their first year playing here, the freshmen. They have so much experience, and they'll come back next year and they'll do the same that we did this year and even better. So I think this is a great learning experience, even though it didn't end the way we wanted it to end. I think Hofstra women's basketball learned a lot from this experience.
Now, just speaking on that, not obviously the result that you guys wanted, but this little stretch that you guys had, just the show of determination, show of heart over these course of these past few days. It's truly been inspiring. Coach, can you just speak on how your team has shown this fight over the course of these couple of days and how proud of you are of this team?
Yeah, we touched on a little bit of that in the locker room here before we came over about, there was just so many, good moments of the season, and then there was, the month of January where you lose your confidence. We went from needing to defend a little bit better to start off for summer, and then we learned to, then we lost our confidence on the offensive end. So we talked a lot about that. If you broke down the quarters, this was kind of indicative. We had a good first quarter, an abysmal, second quarter, right, and then had to fight back, and it's kind of been, and then we won. What it was 15-7 in the fourth quarter. So it's like this kind of a little bit of the inconsistency, the confidence, which was a little bit of the mark of our team, and I was hoping we were absolutely past that. I mean, the feeling I had coming in today, this thing, should have been gone down to the wire, and again, if we could have seen that ball go in, I think we had 61 attempts. They had 27 turnovers. We had 20. They crushed us on the boards, and it was early, and that kind of buried us a little bit early. But to have 61 attempts to their 48, you see that thing going in, we're all having a different conversation. A few of those shots make, and you're overlooking the fact that Mayo scored a couple baskets. Because we answered over here. We didn't have that spark. I thought Valken might have been that today. She needed somebody. So let's just talk about that. This kid would play 45 minutes to 50 minutes to 80 minutes. She just never wants to come out. Usually, 3 games in 3 days, and I can see some other folks were a little tired, and this one's just absolutely never tired. Pretty amazing quality, and it's just been, wish I had more than a year and a half to have her here, because that's a testament to who she is. To see that we're playing in the semifinals, even if we had the struggles we had throughout the year, to be able to try to find enough resiliency to pull it together to get to this point. I can't be even more prouder of her and the entire group. And Sika gotten it out and given us a few games here with her injury as well. So yeah, we needed that extra person today. Today Towson had Mayo, and we needed a little bit more push. I think Jalen and I gave us about 17, but we needed another guard to give us something today.